So that's something that we look at when we put these sorts of things together, that we want this to be sort of slow progression. Many of you have heard of transdermal patches and things of that nature. Well, that goes through the dermis and the epidermis and into the body and the bloodstream, and then it targets where it needs to go. The other is perolyl alcohol, which is found actually in lavender. I think it's why most of us naturally like lavender so much, is because it's good for us in so many ways. But these are things that I also put into my healthy breast oil. And I have followed a recipe by Dr. Satdharm Kaur, who is a naturopathic physician here in Ontario, and she has spoken at 3 World Breast Conferences, and she has written 2 fabulous books on natural methods to breast cancer. And here we go, the naturopathic way of doing things, and looking at our diet, and looking at our supplementation, and looking at our lifestyle, and again, you know, looking at spirit. And spirit's really, really important. And how you have an outlook, what your focus is, those things are really, really important too. And I have more information regarding both the creams and Dr. Kaur and the Healthy Breast Program and various things on the website at www.essentialtherapies.ca. So if you'd like to visit that, again, it's www.essentialtherapies.ca. And you're welcome to contact me through that as well if you should have any questions. But we wanted to talk about the varying aspects of Tammy's care and what she's done to sort of turn her life around, keep her body healthy. So the first thing that she did was she had the surgery, and then the chemotherapy, and then the radiation, and then an integration of both traditional allopathic care and a more natural naturopathic care for her body. So some of the things that Tammy has done in the meantime was Tammy took Reiki, and Reiki had, correct me if I'm wrong, helped to keep you centered and focused. It brought you self-healing, and it took you on a journey within that has proven to be really beneficial to you.
Really
right?
beneficial, wonderful, and loving for whole body healing. Not only did I come to Gail for the radiation cream, but while I was going through the whole radiation treatment, as Gail spoke, you're away from home when you're going through, well, you've been through chemo and you're going through radiation, the whole emotional aspect behind it is very stressful. So I had come to find Reiki. Gail was giving me Reiki treatments along with my using the radiation cream, so I came to know what Reiki was all about, and it certainly helped me in my journey to healing in more than one ways. I mean, it helped to calm me, it helped to level me, it helped to ground me. But then I found Reiki could be, the energy of Reiki could be used in so many different aspects of my life, but a very loving energy.
Absolutely. Mind, body, and spirit. That is the cornerstone of holistic medicine. So when you look after your body, as you did to get rid of the cancer, then you begin to look after your spirit, and then you began to look after your mind, and you made a life change. You went from working in IT to going back to university.
Yeah, you're using your mind a little bit differently.
And that's terrific. And what field did you pursue?
Psychology.
Excellent, excellent. And you've completed your 2nd year, so you're halfway through your program.
Correct, yes.
And you're needing to work at the same time because you're a single mom, and
Yeah, it's life. We
Yeah.
go on.
you have a son who's going to university this fall. So it'll be the 2 of you in school. But that's wonderful because it doesn't matter at what point in your life you make that change. You have to pay attention to being true to yourself. One of the precepts of Reiki is to honor yourself and others, and to do an honest day's work, and that doesn't necessarily mean to file your taxes and do your accounting and whatnot. It means that too, but it means to be honest to yourself, to have integrity in doing something that is important to you, that is true to you, that is part of who you are. And the fact that Tammy addressed that, and she looked at what she needed to do and what would feed her spirit and her mind and her soul, and it was psychology. And I believe that you wanted to help children when you're through.
Mm-hmm.
So there's another way to exercise your heart, your mind, and your spirit. So these are things that are really important. And oftentimes when women have life-changing crises that come into their family or their lives, you make a different direction, take a different direction. And oftentimes it could be a change of job, it could be going back to school, it could be dissolution of a marriage or a partnership, unfortunately, in some cases, but temporarily uncomfortable, but in the end, something that works out really well. I know some women who've made that change. Lots of women who've changed jobs in their 40s and 50s. I was diagnosed myself in 1990 with cervical cancer, and it made a life change for me, and that's actually what started me on my path to holistic medicine, and here I am hopefully helping lots of other people. So we've talked a little bit about that. Now you made some other changes. You made changes to your diet, you made changes to your lifestyle, you made changes to supplements, and you've had a number of things where
Yeah,
you've
it was
made
a
changes.
whole shedding of a skin. It was
Oh,
a
dear.
whole rebirth.
Feel a little
Well,
like
not
a snake.
figuratively, no, not snake.
Yeah, more like a
I think
butterfly.
it was a butterfly
Yeah.
coming out of its cocoon. That's the way I like
Yeah.
to look at it. Through this whole journey, it has just been changing, and I think what cancer did to me was, not did to me, what helped me to see was that I needed to look deep within myself and love myself and make those changes that I felt I really needed, and maybe been putting off for a while, or just I was happy in my past life, but I wasn't completely fulfilled. So through those changes, we on a natural path, we took a course from Gail on using essential oils, all natural products, and body care, lotion, so that there was no artificial chemicals as much as possible in my lifestyle. I found out, I always knew what yoga was, but didn't know what the full benefits of yoga could be, and learned yoga, Reiki, crystal healings was another one that really gravitated to me. Just a whole healthy aspect of life in itself. And I think my spirit was always there, but maybe just buried beneath the surface. And like you said, the butterfly and cocoon, I finally made some changes, and through all this, it's just something that just naturally feels good on a whole body.
And you made some dietary changes too.
Yes, I did.
What did you give up?
Well, I don't drink as much coffee as I used to.
Good girl.
I still like the odd one. Now, it's still, you can't take everything out of life that you love. And if a cup of coffee in the morning is something you enjoy, then 1 cup is fine. I don't think you need to make drastic. And that doesn't mean that I may not have been a healthy eater. I eat very little red meat anymore. But I enjoy the salmons, and I enjoy the fish, and I enjoy chicken. But I naturally don't crave beef anymore. But maybe it's my body telling me this is what I truly needed. I lost a lot of weight. I went from a size 10 to a size 4. But again, I feel good at this point.
And you look good at this point too.
I feel good. For a 50-year-old, I feel damn good.
Well, happy birthday, because it wasn't long ago you turned 50.